Oh yeah, we're doing.
Mic check 1 2.
All right, guys, welcome back to the House Life Podcast. Today is episode. Yep, no, you got to do it. Today's episode is brought to you by one of my greatest friends of all time, Gray Hallmark. Thank you for being on here today.
Happy to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How's life?
It's been better, but we thriving, we living.
Exactly, we live no matter what. But yeah, no, I wanted to have you on the podcast today because there's a lot of things that we talk about at our lunch table.
Yes, the lunch table is full.
The lunch table is full.
So many topics.
We will have an episode where we have
just the lunch table.
A lunch table where it's
we take it to school. We bring it on the lunch table.
All there, outside noise. You can hear people screaming. It's fine. But yeah, no. So obviously, I want to give the viewer discretion real quick. We're going to be talking about Marvel, and there will be spoilers. We're going to talk about so much stuff that I'm not even going to try to go and say, hey, spoiler alert, spoiler. No, we're letting you know right now.
The hot takes will also be crazy.
Yeah, the hot takes will be crazy. Just be advised, we will be talking a lot.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of hot takes.
Exactly. So, viewer discretion. If you like Marvel, that's great. Just be advised, we will be saying spoilers and whatnot.
If you like DC, that's fine too.
DC's,
I hate you, but
DC's all right. I don't think that, as we both sort of agree on.
It's getting better. I'll say that. It's getting better. With James Gunn as like their head of like creative now, it's getting better.
I think that I didn't see Aquaman 2. So
I have no desire to see Aquaman.
I don't have any.
We call Aquaman the Christmas classic at my house because we watched it. We literally brought like a jailbroken Fire Stick the year it came out to my grandparents' house where we all have our Christmas. Yep. And of all things we could have watched, Aquaman. My aunts love Jason Momoa.
They love him.
My mom, yes, like that.
Okay.
My mom just thinks he's meh.
Yeah, he's a little interesting guy. He's a Fortnite character though.
We do like Fortnite here.
Aquaman is a Fortnite character, but no.
It's the guy from Fortnite.
It's the guy from Fortnite. He's grinning, guys.
He's whittling.
He's whittling on
He's
the street.
crazy with the sticks.
Exactly. No, my question to you is how bad is DC compared to Marvel? And no. I want respectively both at their top. Because right now
they're both at their top.
They're top of their game.
You asked the wrong person this because I've only seen one Batman movie and it barely counts.
Which one have you seen?
Lego Batman.
Oh my goodness.
And it's the only one I've seen. I haven't even seen The Dark Knight. Which is
you haven't
blasphemy.
Seen any of
I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen any of the Dark Knights?
I have Max too, but I don't use it at all for like Batman or DC or anything. I use it for the old cartoons. I use it for Looney Tunes and like Ghibli movies.
Bruh, you gotta watch The Dark Knight.
It's on my to watch list, which is like
it's a top
novel length at this point.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, which I know, shocker, I'm like the biggest nerd here.
I think Lord of the Rings is all right. Listen, there's gonna be a lot of hot takes. I think the Lord of the Rings is kind of overhyped. I think I like
The Hobbit when I was in 5th grade.
I like The Hobbit more than I like Lord of the Rings.
The movies?
Oh yeah.
You're insane.
No, I think the Hobbit movies are absolutely
insane.
Dude, okay, so the second Hobbit movie is my favorite, is a top 10 movie for me. The Desolation of Smaug, or I think that's how you say his name. Smaug, same guy. Dragon.
Benedict Cabbage Patch.
Yes. Benedict.
Which have you seen?
Doctor Strange.
If you've seen the behind the scenes of him playing Smaug, it's hilarious.
No, it's hilarious.
Because he's like all in a mocap suit and he's just crawling on all fours in like a scene room.
I've seen
and
that.
It's so funny.
It is one of the most interesting things in the world. But it's a top 10 movie for me. The second one's a top 10 movie. The Battle of the Five Armies was all right, and then the Unexpected Journey was all right too. But I like the second one the most.
Again, I read the book when I was like, I haven't seen any of the Hobbit movies. I started the first Lord of the Rings movie. I kind of got bored when they reached Rivendell. Well, I was also high out of my mind because I just got my wisdom teeth removed. I was like, that's when I started watching Ghibli movies, which honestly were so pretty. I just kept watching them. And now they're some of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, no, one of the things I was going to say is that you have to watch the Dark Knight series. I would say The Hobbit, you probably aren't going to watch it.
My mom grew up with the Michael Keaton Batman, and she loved those movies for the sole reason of Robin. Like, not even Batman. She loved Robin.
Was Robin, like, a cool guy? Or
he was a teen heartthrob.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, I'd say you should watch The Dark Knight because it's so good. Heath Ledger plays Joker. In my opinion, the best version of Joker.
I've drawn the Heath Ledger Joker because I draw in my off times, like with expo markers and just kind of sketches.
Yeah.
But I've drawn the Heath Ledger Joker, and I've heard like some of the best things about that performance. I've heard that's one of the greatest performances of all time.
Dude, it is honestly, it's probably the best performance of any villain I'd put on there of all time.
Can you say that with Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin though?
Yep. 100%. 100%. Listen, you got to watch the movie.
What about Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, because listen, here's the thing. You watch the movie and you think, okay, that's a great performance, and then
Revenge
you
of the
look.
Sith, Anakin Skywalker. Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. Even better than Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker.
Listen,
what
he
world?
He locked himself in a room to play the version of Joker that is actually mentally insane.
He also committed suicide.
I know
because
of the role he was that invested into his character. And he won an award for it. He won wasn't it an Emmy or something like that?
Oscar. He won the Oscar, but he was dead, so he couldn't receive it.
Yeah, I think it was like his cousin or something like that took it for him. But
I think it was the costume designer for the movie because she also
probably
got nominated.
Yeah.
And like, I remember watching the speech and I cried. I haven't even seen the movie. I cried watching the speech,
dude.
I think like with terms of Oscars, they've gone downhill in the years. But the best Oscars I've ever seen was definitely 2022 with like Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Whale.
See, I'm not much of a Emmys or it was Oscars.
You're not much of an award guy.
No, the Global Awards or something like that.
The Golden Globes.
The Golden Globes. Well, dude, I've been watching a bunch of like not skits, but I've seen a bunch of like highlight reels essentially almost.
Is it a Taylor Swift thing?
No. Because that one caught flame. That one caught traction. By the way, I'm going to say this out here and I'm going to give it a bunch of slack or I'm going to get a bunch of like crap for it, but
overrated.
Yeah, kind of overrated.
Taylor Swift's overrated.
I mean, where would she be if Travis Kelce didn't put her on the map?
I mean, probably
I'm getting lit on fire after making that
I was about to say, probably still very successful in her career. She was like...
No, she's great. She
kind of put Travis Kelce on the map, I would say.
I think they both respectively.
Her and Patrick Mahomes. We got to say that.
Oh, my God. We're not going to talk about this. This is terrible. But no, I've been watching a bunch of stuff. And Ricky Gervais, I'm pretty sure is how you say his name. Dude, he's hilarious. He made so many jokes. So many jokes.
My favorite presenters were George Lopez and Gabriel Iglesias.
They presented
the comedy award, and they both like I'm pretty sure Ricky Gervais won it.
Oh, really?
But they both presented it, and they're like, we've been in this field a long time. I'm trying to do like my best impression. I do voices for like D&D Club all the time.
Okay.
But we've been doing this a long time. But and they were like stuttering and like screwing up their words, and then they put on glasses and were like, we can read the teleprompter now. It was so funny to watch because I'm like, those are like one of the two greats, legends in the comedy field.
The comedy field for sure. When we talk about legends, I know we're gonna get back to Marvel, but we're gonna talk about a legend. They're retired.
Yeah.
I can never be more happier as an Auburn football fan. Alabama, Nick Saban is gone. He's gone, So forever.
As an Auburn fan, I am both excited because it finally means like, hey, Alabama's not going to be as obnoxious when losing. Because Alabama fans, obnoxious when winning. Alabama fans, even more obnoxious when losing.
Yes.
I say this as someone who's most of my family is Alabama fans, and literally like most of my friends besides you and Evan, of course. Like Gage, who probably have on the podcast.
No, he'll
be on the podcast.
He'll be on.
We've teased this like since
We've
the first
said
episode.
this like so many times. Yes, he will be on. Gage will be on.
But my thing with the Nick Saban retirement is like,
I agree.
Yep. There we go.
Yep.
But my big thing is this is an era of our lives that's like ending. And I know it sounds like, and I'm not acting like an Alabama fan who's acting like he died. We're not sacrificing things to his statue in Tuscaloosa. Yeah. Well, like oatmeal cream pies and sweet tea and stuff.
That's terrible.
There was like a signed drum there.
No, it's bad. Like the Alabama fans treat it like he died, which in a way they sort of did because they're not winning another national championship.
For a while.
I'm just playing. I know that, listen.
The program of Alabama has won multiple before Nick Saban, like Bear Bryant and stuff.
Yes.
Although they've also won I don't know if you've known this. They also say they won some.
During Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, during like
when there was no national championship.
World War II, like when there was national championship.
Was 41?
It was like 41, 42,
40,
43,
42, something like that.
45.
They claimed those?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's dumb.
They didn't have students to play. They were all drafted.
Exactly. Listen, I just think that it's like, I think that, yes, it's very much the end of an era. Like, for example, like my brother Isaac, he grew up with Alabama. Like, he never saw a year of Alabama where Alabama was not.
And even then, we saw like 2.
No, we saw 1. Wasn't that?
When did he join?
08.
08?
Was it 08? It was either 08 or 07 or something like that.
It was 07. I'm pretty sure it was 07. We saw like 1. We saw like 2.
Okay, we probably saw 1 or 2, something like that. But the point being is that Nick Saban has been there for a hot minute.
Yeah, pretty much our entire lives.
Yeah. So when we go over and we talk
I'm
about
the baby,
this,
by the way. I'm 17.
Yeah. So when we talk about it, though, Nick Saban's gone. Yeah, it's really good. That's the ASMR that
Yeah, y'all like that ASMR. That's
Molly was talking about. Shout out Molly Brown.
Yeah, ASMR.
Yeah. Shout out last
I won't
podcast.
do that because that makes me uncomfortable as a person just doing it.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome. I can't do that. It's just so weird. That's what I was talking about. As you can hear me chewing gum. No, so now
gamer subs.
really it's anyone's SEC when you think about it. It's Kirby Smart, Georgia, Missouri, anyone's SEC in my opinion.
It's not Alabama's. I'll tell you that
for
much.
Sure. Alabama's going 7-5 next year.
Here's my thing about Alabama. I don't even think they're going 7-5. The only reason I have for Alabama not doing well next year is the fact that not even the new coach. Yeah. I think the new coach has the chance to be successful.
Oh, he's great.
And be great.
They're not coming back the next year, though.
Here's why. They lost, like, I'm pretty sure the numbers are over half their recruitment.
Dude, it was like 30. I heard that it was 30. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm. But
I can neither confirm nor deny.
But I can confirm.
On Google for right now.
I can confirm that they had like a quarterback that they signed. Literally.
They had like their quarterback signed?
No. They had a quarterback signed.
Speaking of quarterback, did you see where Robbie Ashford went?
Yeah, he went to South Carolina.
Yep.
Love him. I think he... I'm not going to say that
Which
now.
mean that your whole Peyton Thorne is suckier than Robbie Ashford doesn't apply this season.
Listen,
Robbie
Ashford is a quarterback that you can put in at any moment of the game. He has to warm up. When you put Peyton Thorne's the type of guy. This is what one of my bosses told me one time. Robbie Ashford is now in South Carolina, and I think that he was better. But as my boss said, he said, Robbie Ashford is a great quarterback, but you can put Peyton Thorne's a good quarterback, but you can only put him in when there's a lead. If you put Peyton Thorne in a situation where he has to come back from a lead, he will not deliver.
However, Hugh Freeze has been recruiting
so many. Number one wide receiver class in the nation.
Yeah, we went from like
point blank period.
What, like I want to say like 15th ranked in recruiting class to like 6.
It was a big,
which is
jump.
Insane,
dude. Like,
so this next season is going to be so good.
I don't think it's I don't think it's next season. I think that it is.
She's just rolling in the floor. We're talking about my dog, by the way. She's just like distracting us.
I think it's the 25-26 season where Auburn like pops off. Okay, because we do have the 12-team playoff. Do I think we could sneak in? Yes, but it is.
I think that last year was more or less our thing, like for like transferring out of the Harsin Cadillac era into the Freeze warning. I think this year is Hugh Freeze's team.
I think this year and next year, and then the year after that, contract extension, please. If you don't do anything stupid,
depends on what you do.
I've heard that. Listen. I hear all these people telling me that Alabama's going to be good and whatnot. But the one thing,
maybe
I think they have a shot, but I don't think that they're going to.
I mean, everyone has a shot.
Yes, but here's the thing.
You ever seen Remember the Titans?
Yes, everyone has a shot. But the thing that I will say is that Alabama is going to, in my opinion, at worst, go 7-5. I think that they can get a pretty good bowl game. They're going to get a bowl game. They're going to be good, but we'll figure it out.
If you're an SEC team, you're going to get a bowl game.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of guaranteed at this point.
It's kind of guaranteed. But no, I
if you're an SEC team or a Big Ten team, you're going to get a bowl game.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Everyone's like talking, it's becoming just ACC versus SEC. No, I think it's starting to be SEC versus Big Ten.
Yeah.
And I say that because
won't it be Big 12 or something next year? Big 18, something like that.
I have no idea.
Oh.
I think they're keeping Big 10 just
All
because
this conference
I think
stuff.
they're keeping Big 10 just because it's marketable.
This is true.
Like I feel like with Oklahoma and Texas joining next year in the SEC, I feel like that opens, and I don't want it to, but I feel like we're starting to open the gates to like Clemson and Florida State also joining from the ACC.
I don't think FSU or Clemson will make it in the SEC. I think.
Well, Auburn and Alabama have been SEC since the beginning.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. So, War Eagle. And Roll Tide.
War Eagle. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide because Nick Saban's gone. That's
It's still one of my funniest. You ever seen the dude Roll Tide Willie?
No. Isn't he? Is not.
He has no teeth, and he's like the biggest Alabama fan. And
isn't he the guy that was Blitz, Bama Blitz?
Blitz, Bama.
Is that him?
Now, I don't have no idea, but like he gets so excited for Alabama football and like nothing else, which is like every Alabama fan ever. And he has no teeth. This man is like 70, and you can tell he smokes like 4 a day.
Hey, listen, he's living the life right now.
I mean, yeah, he looked so sad when Saban retired too, though. And yeah, I kind of felt bad for Roll Tide Willie.
Listen, it is what it is. I mean, sadly, I mean, I saw this video. I don't know who the guy is, but he's like an Alabama fan. He's just like, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. That's how I feel about Auburn. But
yeah, there was like I don't know if you listened to Zach Bryan.
I've heard.
I'm going to see him in March.
Lucky.
Yeah, I'm taking Gage. No offense.
None taken.
I've just been closer friends with. We've known each other since second grade?
Wrestling.
No,
second
grade.
Or like second grade, yes. But I didn't
we've
get
known
to know
of each other since second grade,
Oh.
but we started like becoming
grade.
really good friends like in 10th grade.
Yeah, when we did wrestling.
Yeah, this man joined wrestling and like
Sucked.
I knew of him because I've been friends with Evan since like 7th grade.
Yeah.
But and then when he came, he came during like summer workouts and just you came summer workouts June of like our 10th grade year, like 9th grade going into 10th grade, and you were the only one my size. There were like 5 others who
Summer
showed up.
workouts?
Like summer workouts and summer practices.
Workouts?
You showed up and like
When did I ever show up in the summer?
Yeah, you showed up.
Spring, I remember that. I remember showing up in spring. I was a freshman.
Yeah, you showed up and like with socks. You didn't have shoes. You showed up with socks, and me and
you and Evan roasted me. Probably.
Me, Evan, and the coach at the time, Coach Burrow.
Love Coach Burrow. Anyway,
I have bad experiences, but we won't get into that. Save it for another episode.
Exactly. We're gonna save it for the boys episode.
Spill the tea episode.
Exactly.
But yes, we love is a strong word.
20.
He was a different case.
He was an interesting character for sure.
He was a character.
I think overall, I thought he was pretty interesting. But I showed up in socks.
You showed up in like tennis shoes
For workouts?
For like the first practice, like where we were like teaching the new kids the basics.
I had shoes.
You had shoes?
I had wrestling shoes. I probably showed up in because I remember I was like, you guys were like, we're gonna go wrestle, and I was like, oh. I was like, what type of shoes do I need? And you're like, wrestling shoes. So I had to go and get crappy wrestling shoes. So
gotta go get the Asics.
Exactly.
Matte Flex.
And then I ended up getting Adidas, which is pretty cool. So the cool shoes that are mine. But wrestling's a great experience that I've talked about with
my brother's wrestling right now as we record this.
Exactly. Freaking love him. He's a goat. He's gonna be a goat.
Man loves the cradle more than any other move I've ever seen. Move.
You know, I like locking hands. Just playing.
Clearly, with your clapping.
Yeah, my little lock hand violation. But no, dude.
I smacked you.
So no, I've known you since second grade.
Yeah.
And
we have pictures.
We have photo evidence. But I didn't actually become
we're in our pajamas for that Bear Day.
Yep.
You remember Bear Day?
Yep.
With the corduroy Rice Krispie cake.
I have another one where you weren't smiling for said photo, and we went to like some sort of like field trip where we were outside. I think it was like we were learning how like the law was like working or something like that. Do you remember that? No.
Maybe. I think the only field trip we had in second grade was the zoo.
No. Well, it must have been like 4th grade or something. I don't know. We were young. I'm not going to.
Who'd you have for 4th grade?
Who'd I have for 4th grade?
Yeah.
Sharding.
Oh, I had Zeiss.
Oh. I'm trying to look. I remember this photo specifically, but.
Let's go through teachers.
Yeah.
I had.
Go through teachers?
Yeah. Hogan, Manning, Zeiss, Henderson. I don't think we had each other in like middle school at all.
I don't think so. Who were you?
I was also gifted reading.
What team were you, though?
So I was on purple team, and
There was a purple?
purple team was like blue and red teachers combined.
You want to see Evan? That's Evan in 4th grade.
Man's got the haircut of a Macaulay Culkin
Dude,
wannabe.
he is not.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yes,
he looks like Kevin from Home Alone.
I get it. Yeah, no. Gosh, I can't find this photo.
It's fine.
It's frustrating. But no,
It's
we've
like
known
last episode or 2 episodes ago when you're trying to find the list.
Exactly. The first list, the dating list. I think I have it, but I'm not going to look for it on my phone. But the point is that I'm trying to make here is that I've known you since. I've known of you since 2nd grade, but I got to be really good friends with you.
And we
in 10th
still
grade.
the
still
number
gang up
ones,
here?
Still gang.
Exactly. With that being said, we have to transition into the biggest topic
Yes.
that we all came here for, and that is the MCU.
Controversial.
What's the first thing that we bring up here? Because we've had so much.
Has it fallen off?
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's go here.
Let's go right into it. Has the MCU fallen off?
You want my opinion?
One word answer. Give it to me.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
I say no. So everyone points to the MCU falling off, starting with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Because it came in between Infinity War and Endgame, and the writing was not very good. And that's where they say the creative freedom has fallen off for the MCU. I disagree. I recently rewatched Captain Marvel, and I think it's a pretty good movie.
Okay.
I do not think it is the best movie in the MCU. I think the best movie in the MCU is Spider-Man No Way Home. That's because I'm probably...
You think Spider-Man No Way Home is the best movie in the MCU?
I think it's the greatest movie in the MCU.
Okay.
Because it sets up the multiverse. It gives us a basic idea of how the multiverse works. Do I think it's the best MCU project?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
The best MCU project is Loki, and I haven't seen season 2. I've only seen season 1. So no spoilers in the comments. I'm working on it. I promise. Don't roast me.
I'm looking for Phase 4 releases. Like, what was all
Phase
released?
4, there's like over 3,000 minutes of 30,000 minutes of content, which is like more than phases 1 through 4 combined. Like 1 through 3 combined.
Okay. I think this is right. I think this is right.
Show me. I'll be able.
Here.
I can also open Disney
I think
Plus.
that there's a few because, like,
Upcoming
Marvel
releases
things.
Yeah, and some of this hasn't been released yet.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
But I think that, and some of this got canned.
Exactly.
Like I'm pretty sure Armor Wars got canned.
Wasn't
can't be
Mexican? Wasn't X-Men?
Mexican.
Wasn't Mexican?
It's just
X-Men
all
97. Wasn't that scrapped or what?
No, I think it's still in
Oh,
production.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be an animated series.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be cool. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
But I'm also excited to see where they take. Because here's the thing. I've been a Marvel fan since 2013. First PG-13 movie ever was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That was my first introduction to Marvel. Was Guardians of the Galaxy. And it still holds a strong place in my heart. However, it's not my favorite group. Favorite group has to be the Avengers, just because. But not the Avengers pre-Civil War. Or pre-Age of Ultron. My favorite is the Avengers post-Age of Ultron. That Captain America, Black Widow led team. Iron Man and Thor are out of the picture. Scarlet Witch, Falcon, and all of them.
Yeah.
However, I really enjoyed, and I'm really excited for, and here's what I'm saying about has it fallen off? It has not. I just think that creatively, it's in a rough place now.
Okay.
Because when you have to consider the idea of a multiversal phenomenon, which has been the next step since, let's say, I'm pretty sure it's been the next step since Doctor Strange got introduced.
Okay.
And I think that the idea of a multiversal and variant driven story is very hard to get right. But you also have to take in consideration how many projects they're releasing. I think they need to tone it down.
I think so too.
Toning it down would be the best plan that they have right now. I think since the beginning of Marvel, like even since like Iron Man, the one in charge has been Kevin Feige.
Okay.
He was the one in charge of all Marvel Studios productions. So he was in charge of like all the Fantastic Four makes, all the Spider-Man, like Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire era, and he was also like the face for the creative department. But I think that what they need to do, and if you are a avid watcher of like Matt Pat and film theory and stuff, you will have seen this talked about in his video MCU I Can Fix You.
Okay.
However, they need a creative head for different departments. Like there needs to be a space and time department, which is like Guardians of the Galaxy, Eternals, and we'll get into Eternals, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As one of your things is like the MCU's dying out. Because here's my thing.
Okay.
Marvel is releasing things that should be movies as TV shows and movies that should be TV shows.
I would agree.
Eternals should have been a TV show.
Okay, but being completely honest, I probably wouldn't have watched the TV show.
I would have.
Well, yes, because
because here's the thing. Eternals is the only Marvel movie I have shut off. I haven't watched it all the way through.
I haven't even watched it.
I haven't watched it all the way through. I read a synopsis of it.
Really?
So what Eternals tried to do was throw so much information at us that it should have been done over a season-long series, like 10 episodes.
Okay.
However, I think that... I'm trying to think of like a good example. Miss Marvel. Okay. Miss Marvel should have been a movie.
It shouldn't have?
It should have.
Miss Marvel. What was that?
Kamala Khan.
Oh, yeah.
It should have been a movie.
Probably still wouldn't have watched it, though. That's my honest opinion. The reason... Okay, so let me explain where I'm coming from in a little bit. When I talk about why I think the MCU fell off, I think the MCU fell off after Endgame. So... when they made Captain America in the Falcon or whatever that was,
did you not like that? I liked it a lot.
I thought that it was because it was didn't they release Loki and then it was that or something like that?
No, so they released WandaVision January 2020.
Okay,
it got pushed back from the November release date because of.
I do remember that actually. I remember it was in 2020. Yeah.
I'm looking this up. Every Disney Plus.
So, but that's my thing. So, like after that came out, I was like, okay, well, because I was like really into the MCU.
Okay, here's like the order.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh Lord, this covers like everything, including Daredevil and stuff. Which is canon.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Things like, WandaVision release order. Here it is. WandaVision was released in... Is it not on here? It's not showing it. Huh. Yeah, it's on here. It should be. It's not. Huh. Anyways, WandaVision was before Loki.
Okay.
It was also before...
WandaVision was all right. I remember watching WandaVision.
Okay, WandaVision was that January of 2020. Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier was March through like April of 2020.
Okay.
And then...
Wait, what? March of 2020?
Yeah, March through... No. Falcon and Winter Soldier was March/April of 2021. I remember
That's what I was gonna say. It was 2021 makes more sense. I remember 2020. It was like that was during quarantine. I didn't think that they released anything on Disney Plus.
2021 was it? I remember because I went to Disney World for spring break 2021, and Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff was everywhere because it was coming out that week.
Yeah.
But it was everywhere. And then and I'm gonna be honest, I really enjoyed the TV shows.
Okay.
Except for She-Hulk.
She-Hulk is a whole
And
thing.
I haven't seen
We're just not going to talk about She-Hulk.
I have not seen Secret Invasion. I have not seen... I'm behind on my Marvel. I'm the Marvel guy in the friend group.
Yes, you
besides
are.
Gage. Gage is like the Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
I'm the Marvel guy.
I think that... Okay, but like overall in Marvel, my whole opinion on it is that once they started making it to TV shows, I was willing to do TV shows until they came out with just piles of knowledge that like I had to watch because it turned into I had to watch the TV show to understand what's going on in the movie, and that's when I got
That's how I
frustrated.
felt when they started bringing in multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, now I got to go watch the X-Men. Now I got to go watch Spider-Man.
And the X-Men's a whole thing. The heck. Oh my
I'm going to say it. You said that old Marvel was better. Hot take. I hate Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
I wouldn't say I hate him.
I think the villains are the best part of that. I hate Tobey Maguire as an actor in those movies. It's
I thought
so
he was
cringe.
alright.
It's
But
so cringe.
who's the GOAT Spider-Man? Because it's between Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
I agree. Okay, thank you.
Here's my take on the Spider-Man debate. Tobey Maguire, best Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man. Tom Holland, perfect combination of both.
Yeah.
He plays a great Peter Parker, great Peter Parker Spider-Man mix.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean he is the perfect one? No.
No. But I think he's pretty good.
I'm going to say this. My favorite Spider-Man overall is Peter Benjamin Parker, who is the Spider-Man in the pink bathrobe with Mayday in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movies. He's my favorite. Because he's the Spider-Man who knows what Spider-Man is. He is seeing both sides of the story. Yeah. By the way, spoilers. In case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
He sees what it means to be Spider-Man, but also what it means to be your own Spider-Man.
Yes.
He sees past the canon events. He sees Miles trying to hit things his own way.
Yeah.
He sees how... I'm pretty sure he's the only Spider-Man to successfully have a kid.
Really?
Don't quote me on that.
I wasn't like, yeah.
This goes for the comment section too, because I can already see them coming.
Already come over and be like, well, actually.
No, I see him as one of the, how do we say, more successful Spider-Mans. He got the girl.
Yeah.
He lost May. He lost Ben. He lost the captain. He lost everything. Mm-hmm. He's persevering through all that, but also seeing the side of all the other Spider people.
Okay.
He's seeing the side of Gwen. He's seeing the side of Hobie.
Yeah.
He joined this, by the way, end of the movie, spoiler. He joined the side of Gwen and Hobie trying to go against the Spider Society. Meanwhile, instead of trying to like conform and do all that stuff, he's trying to make being Spider-Man more of being who you are as a person, less of who you are as a
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think
he's seeing more behind the mask.
Yes. I think the Spider-Man, overall, Spider-Man in general, in my opinion, is the best Marvel character of all time.
Yeah.
I was actually Spider-Man from age 5 to 6. Just wanted to let you guys know that. I was Spider-Man.
I was Mayday Parker.
Yep. But, no, I mean...
swinging around with my, like, Spider-Man mask.
Exactly.
I feel like every kid had to have had a Spider-Man Halloween costume.
Okay. I actually wanted to share the story with you because I think it's going to be funny. It's not Spider-Man. It's Superman. So when I was a little kid, my dad, he would always... I think I was like 5 or 6 or something.
I'm not a huge Superman guy.
Yeah. point being, you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. My dad used to draw like the Sharp, like every Saturday, because I barely had electronics as a little kid. But every Saturday we would go and watch a superhero movie.
Oh, same.
Right? I would be like, I'm going to be this superhero. And my dad would get a Sharpie and he would draw the logo. So like Spider-Man, he would draw like the little like spider.
Which spider did he draw though? That's the question.
No, he drew like the
basic Spider-Man.
The basic one. Yeah. So he drew that one. And then I was like, okay, this is cool. And then like he did one Batman one and we watched Batman. It wasn't like The Dark Knight. We weren't watching that. I wasn't watching that as a 6-year-old.
Lego Batman again. Strongest Batman.
Okay. Well,
he is.
The 9-pack. The 9-pack.
No, he's like canonical, the strongest Batman.
I just give up with DC. Listen, it's just,
there's so much DC going on, and I think it's only going to get better. I think they're going to retcon a bunch of stuff. I think when James Gunn fully takes over, they're going to like completely, and this one's going back to one of the bad DC movies. I think they're going to like destroy the Flash.
Oh yeah, no, it was terrible. It had like 250 million box office $250 million.
I'm looking up
biggest box office fail for DC. Anyway. To continue with the story,
biggest box office bombs. Here we go.
To continue with the story, though, I will say this: we got to Superman.
The Flash is number 3.
Oh, really? What's number 1?
Pulling it up. Oh God,
I don't know what it would be.
I think it's like John Carter or something.
I don't know.
The Flash, 200 million. That's it.
I thought it was 250.
No.
Oh, I heard it was.
That was the budget.
Oh, sorry. Oh, dang, that sucks.
Yeah, John Carter, whatever that is.
Okay, what was that?
It's a Disney 2012 sci-fi action flick.
How much was it? How much did they lose?
Estimated budget of nearly 350 million, with a box office flop of 133 million to 236 million. So not good.
That's not good at all.
And I'm the biggest Disney guy.
Yeah.
So, like, as we have our coasters, which are Mickey Mouse.
Exactly. What I was saying. Oh yeah. So we got to Superman, right? And obviously we have church the next morning on Saturday. Or on Saturday, and then
on Sunday.
the next morning, which is
God,
Sunday.
your church lets you go. Has you go on Saturday. That's strict.
Insane. No. So we went on Sunday, and I would always have to take a bath in the morning, right?
Same.
But we slept in. So I had to go, and I never got my tattoo washed off. So I legit still thought as a 6-year-old, oh my goodness, I'm still Superman, right? There's a girl.
I'm Clark Kent.
There's a girl that's the pastor's daughter at the church I was going to at the time.
Ooh la la.
I know. And as a 6-year-old, you're like, bro, I got to get W-Riz moment, right?
W-Riz.
So I like get on this. So I'm like talking to her.
We say this as people who have no Riz whatsoever.
No Riz whatsoever. But
I run the D&D club. Jorge does sports all the time. Like
exactly.
we have
no time to be rizzing up anybody. Point blank period. Point blank period. Anyway.
Period with a T.
Period.
Period.
So I come over there and I'm like, what's up? Hey, I just want to let you know, like, I'm Superman.
I'm Superman.
I just want you to know. And she's like, you're not Superman. And okay, time out. You might be thinking, how do you remember this story? I just do. It's etched in my brain. You know, like those little like core memories you have? This is one of those. When I was 6 years old, I specifically remember this.
Everyone got that.
There was
yours just happens to consist of W-Riz.
Exactly. W-Riz moments from Jorge Garcia. But the point being is that I was talking to her.
This is the only thing on the list. The only W-Riz moment.
Only W-Riz moment. And I was talking to her and she was like, hey, like, I don't, like, stop talking to me about how you're Superman. I'm like, you'll see. I'm going to be Superman. She was like, okay.
Open shirt.
I remember.
It's just the Superman logo.
Listen.
Did you actually?
No. Listen. So me and my brother are sitting next to each other in this like big old aisle, right? And the guys are sitting on the left, the girls are sitting on the right, and they come up in a presentation. And there's this bad guy named Duct Tape Man, and Duct Tape represents sin. And he's like, how you're all wrapped around sin. And then they get Jesus to come over and like take off all your sin, all this sort of things, right? Whatever the whack representation.
We'll stick duct tape on these children.
Superman,
and have a dude dressed as Jesus.
Listen, this is pastor's daughter, so it's like cool, right?
All right.
So he comes over with duct tape, and Duct Tape Man just wraps her with duct tape, right?
Correct.
I see this, and I'm like, that's my crush. That's my girl, and I need to go and save her. So I tell Alex, I'm like, Alex, you get out and act like you're in the bathroom, so the teacher or whatever can go follow you, right? He goes out.
Man, how small was this church?
I know, it was pretty small. He goes out and whatnot, and he's like, all right, bet. And I'm not kidding. I'm in the middle of the aisle, and I go, wait. I'm like, I'm Superman. And I rip off my shirt.
Ain't no way.
And run down the aisle. And I tried to like run and jump like I was going to fly, landed flat on my face. Flat on my face.
Man has negative riz. I've never seen this before.
Now I'm being made fun of. Duct tape man has just wrapped me around in duct tape. He didn't actually do that. But the point is that like the teacher ended up getting me. My mom was like, just wait till your father gets here. And then it actually ended up being that my dad got in trouble for not giving me a bath that morning and washing it off himself. So technically I didn't get in trouble. The point being, great story.
Man has negative riz.
And my parents claim that they don't know that this happened. It did happen. I specifically remember the church
lying.
too.
They're totally lying.
They are
just because
so
like,
gaslighting me. I remember this story specifically too. But
they just want like, hey, stop embarrassing us.
stop embarrassing us. This was not you. You did not do that.
This was not you. This was not us. Nothing happened.
But yeah. No, that's my Superman story. But all that to be said, I love Spider-Man. I think he's amazing. But yeah, I think overall, I think Spider-Man's a great series.
I think the MCU just needs a way to filter their thoughts. Like,
I'd agree.
I think they need to introduce side characters through this. No. Listen, they need to introduce the characters in the movie, like who they have as their shows in the movies beforehand.
Yeah.
That's why WandaVision and Loki and Falcon and Winter Soldier were so successful. Not only because they were the first Disney Plus shows, but they were also well-established, great side characters that everyone seemed to like.
Yeah.
So if you give them this narrative and you give them this story, they become more likable and gain more of that, like, hey, there's something beyond the surface.
Yeah.
But if you just take it as like, hey, we're introducing this completely new character who some of you may have little to no attachment with, it becomes more of a like, oh my gosh, what can we really do?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I think overall,
Like basically that with She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. And here's my thing with She-Hulk. Writing, terrible.
dude, everything about that was terrible.
No, did you watch She-Hulk?
No.
Okay.
I saw the clip of Megan Thee Stallion.
I
and
watched the
She-Hulk.
whole season.
That's terrible.
I watched it all.
That's awful. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
So in the last episode, they have this dude like turning into like this abomination-esque Hulk figure.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like a Hulk wannabe. He hates She-Hulk because like he thinks she's just a copy. And get this, She-Hulk dated him earlier in the series.
Oh no.
No, she's like a blind date character. And I'm not saying, and here's my thing. I'm not saying, oh, I don't like strong women. No, I'm not saying that at all. Some of my favorite characters of all time are strong women.
Yeah.
Case in point, I freaking
Don't try to change the Hulk into a female character. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's not what She-Hulk is, though.
I know She-Hulk is a woman character.
That's what she's never been. If you take She-Hulk and make her this like woman in female thing, like women in law having bad job, only super popular because she is She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Then you make it bad.
She-Hulk was like a gritty, like,
Yeah, in the
female
comics,
version of
She-Hulk was a Hulk. Her origin story was still the same, and I liked the origin story
I
parts
agree.
of the show.
Yeah.
I liked those parts. However, you got into more of the like, oh, she doesn't have like the job she wants because she's female, and like all this stuff, and you get more misogyny. It becomes like, hey, we get it, but this is about superheroes. We don't necessarily care. And while I appreciate a good, strong female character, one of my favorite characters of all time is Peggy Carter in the Captain America
she's
series.
great.
Peggy Carter and Shuri. Shuri is such
No,
a good
for
character.
real.
Black Panther and Shuri are and I'm like hugging the mic. I love Shuri as a character so much.
No,
she's probably
she's
I like her
great.
more hot take. I like her more as Black Panther than T'Challa. I do.
That's different. I was riding with you until you made that statement.
Here's my thing.
Black Panther.
I
Rip
love
Chadwick Boseman.
I love
Great
Chadwick
actor.
Boseman.
Yeah.
Love him to death. He's the lead in one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's not a Marvel movie. It's a history movie. 42, the Jackie Robinson story. He played Jackie Robinson.
Yep.
But no, I love Chadwick Boseman, but my thing as him as Black Panther is great. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shuri better because the way she deals with the grief, because she lost her dad, she lost her mom, she lost her brother. The way she deals with the grief, learning to control her anger and learning to that revenge, yes, is an option. Taking out that revenge and executing it can make you be the villain.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, I mean, honestly.
Like that scene where she goes to the, what is it, the spirit world?
Something like that.
The afterlife, like where Bast is, and she sees Killmonger. I literally started, because I watched this at my house right here in this living room. Yeah. And I started watching it, and I saw, I was home alone, because that's when I best watch movies and TV shows that I want to watch. Yeah. Because my sister has control of the TV 90% of the time.
We've been there. That's my younger brother, Isaac.
Yeah. And I watched as Killmonger turned around on the screen. I got up, started jumping and pacing and literally making the pog emote. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, like, okay, but like, that's what I'm saying. That movie also is the example that I will give towards why to support your claim Marvel is not falling off. That movie was so great.
And Wakanda Forever was so good. And then Marvel's had some hot bangers come out recently. Moon Knight was so good.
Never watched it.
Okay.
I gave up on TV shows. Like, it's nothing personal. The only one I didn't give up on was Loki, and that's it.
I love the TV shows. I do.
Okay.
Miss Marvel, severely hated.
Okay.
A lot of it was hated because they changed her powers from the comics.
Okay.
And here's my hot take on the changing of the powers of Miss Marvel. You can't really have just stretchy characters in film.
Okay.
You can't do that. First of all, because of visual effects. It's what they've learned from their last two trying to revive the Fantastic Four series. Reed Richards was some of the most hated characters in those movies.
Yeah.
The most loved characters in those movies were the Human Torch and the Thing.
Yeah.
And that's also from my perspective. I watched Fantastic Four, the 2015 one, and I loved the Thing in that with
I thought it was good,
the rock skin.
Yeah.
I hated Mr. Fantastic just because he was a jerk.
No, he was not.
He was not written good.
He was not it.
Also, his CGI was awful, but that's 2015. It was 2015, which also had like Ultron and Vision.
Yeah.
So like you can't say like the CGI was bad at the time. No, they had Ultron.
Yeah.
Ultron was fire. And that's my other hot take. I like Age of Ultron better than Avengers. Like the first Avengers.
Oh no, I agree.
Okay, thank you.
No, I agree.
Everyone I
think
meet,
the first Avengers
everyone I meet like always kind of like says that topic is like
honestly, low key forgot about the Avengers.
So the first
like
time
like the first one, the second one I remember, but the first one I also forgot. Like,
so here's my thing with the Avengers. It's and this is gonna sound so stupid because if we're talking about superhero movies, it's unrealistic. This one guy dies and they just immediately go to like avenge him. I know that's where the whole Avengers came from and like the Avengers Initiative and all that stuff.
Who died?
Coulson.
Yeah, I don't know if Coulson died, but like
that was the whole thing of why they started acting. Like into the Avengers Initiative, like why they all agreed to go into it, like why they all finally agreed was Coulson's death. They're like, we got to stop this from happening again. I'm like, it's one dude.
Well, technically, he didn't die.
He did.
Have you not seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
That's before Avengers.
That is?
Yes.
No, that can't be.
That's before Avengers.
They literally didn't kill his character off.
I have on my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. take place. Yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. timeline and MCU watch order.
I swear.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 1 begins after Iron Man 3.
Which is post Avengers.
Did Phil Coulson die?
No, he didn't die. That was stupid. That's literally what they. It was the first. It was literally the first episode. They showed his cutscene of him dying.
Here we go. After Phil Coulson is killed by Loki in the Avengers, this is word for word off of Wikipedia. And the Avengers form to exact revenge on him. Fury has Phil Coulson resurrected with Kree Bud. I haven't seen what in the world.
I'm telling you, that's where it's like.
Why?
They didn't kill him off. Exactly.
Okay, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was like a Netflix thing.
No, it was. It was so a Netflix thing.
But so was Daredevil. And Daredevil's fire. I've watched season 1. I'm working on season 2 and 3. Daredevil's so good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And they're bringing him into MCU. They already have. He was in Echo.
He was also in
She-Hulk.
No, and
What do you mean and?
he was in
He was in She-Hulk and Echo.
No, he was in one more.
No,
Spider-Man.
No Way Home. He was in No Way Home.
No Way Home.
But that was like a cameo. Like I'm talking Daredevil as
as Daredevil?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in and well, yes, he was in No Way Home, and he showed like his super fast reflexes catching the brick through the crashing window.
Yeah. To be honest, if it wasn't for that actor, and I would have never known that was.
Oh no, I saw the cane and I knew immediately who it was. I was like, oh my God, they brought Matt Murdock. And then he's like, so Happy, I need to like, you're another whole other story on like, can we defend against you in court? And it's like, no. You have all this like Stark tech that should have been like.
That we can defend that right there.
But then like watching Daredevil's so good. And then I'm excited. He's in Echo, which is the first official MCU project that's rated mature. And I've heard good things about Echo.
Okay.
I've heard Echo's really good. This is coming from Gage, who's watched it. I have not watched it just yet.
I have not seen it, so there's that.
It's got Kingpin in it.
That's probably why.
Vincent D'Onofrio, Kingpin. But no, like Echo's whole thing is she's like the goddaughter of Kingpin.
There's gonna be a bunch of gore in that movie, in that TV show.
Oh, there totally is. But I'm here for it. She shot Kingpin in that, like, between the eyes in Hawkeye.
And that right.
Yeah. My dog's barking at people walking by because people are on a walk. I don't understand how it's like
dogs
29 degrees outside.
I don't know why they would be walking right now. And plus your dog doesn't want any part of it. They can't do that.
It's her house.
Exactly. Her territory.
Her hill.
Land. Exactly. No, but the that whole thing. Has Marvel we'll recircle back to the question. Has Marvel fallen off? In my opinion, has it fallen off since Endgame? Yes. But has it fallen off completely? No.
Has it okay, here's the thing. Has it declined in quality?
Yes.
Yes. Has it fallen off? Fallen off is totally different than declining in quality.
Fallen off is in like it is done? No.
Yeah, it's not done.
Marvel's not going anywhere. Its only competitor is DC, and DC's definitely not going anywhere.
I would also say that Lucasfilm is their competitor, which I know they belong to the same parent company, which is Disney, but I don't think
Star Wars is still in the gutter, in my opinion.
The movies are. The series are not. Ahsoka
like
was
I watched
great.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's
like the first episode
great.
Sucks.
Huh?
The first season is okay. Let me change that. First season was great. The second season sucks.
Huh?
In my honest opinion.
Second season of Mandalorian was fire. Third season was the one that was a bit mid because it wasn't the Mandalorian.
Listen. Yeah, and then they had the whole Boba Fett thing, which was dumb.
That was Mandalorian season 2.5. You can't tell me different.
Exactly.
I will stand by that. Book of Boba Fett was Mandalorian season 2.5.
Exactly. My point.
It just focused on the side characters a bit more.
Yeah. My thing is that overall, I think that Disney sucks. I'm just playing. No, I'm just saying. I know. So with that being said, do I actually think that Star Wars is done? No, but they also
Mandalorian's getting a movie.
Rise of Scott is it?
Yeah, it's called The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's like going to be the final for The Mandalorian.
Okay,
it's the finale. I will watch it.
I'll be there.
Ahsoka also got a season 2 confirmation.
Okay, we'll give that. But like, even then, there's no good movie that's coming out. I mean, Mandalorian's great, but like, other than after Rise of Skywalker, or wasn't that the 9th one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the sequels.
What do you mean we don't talk about sequels? Those were good. They were good. Okay. Well, okay. So the eighth one.
What was Last Jedi?
The 8th one was the only one that was dumb. The reason why it was so dumb was because it was like they were just running away the whole time.
They switched writers.
Running away the entire movie. There was not one moment where they were in one exact location. They were just running away the entire movie. It was awful.
Here's where I think they fell off. And if you hear like messing with the mic, that's just me. I have ADHD. I got to fidget.
It's fine.
But the sequels fell off when they changed writers for the 8th movie.
Yeah.
The 8th movie was they changed writers and producers. I actually really liked Force Awakens. However, the 9th movie, they did the best they could. Now, the best they could was garbage. It was awful.
Yeah.
I hated it. And the more I got into it, the more I thought about it. Let's just say that. The more I realized, hey, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I thought it was just bad. Working on the 9th movie was garbage. I hate the sequels nowadays. Because I think Force Awakens, it's just A New Hope done over.
Okay.
Think about it.
Wasn't that the 6th one?
No, that was the
No,
fourth one.
the 4th one. Yeah.
The 4th one. It's just A New Hope done over.
Yeah.
It really is. Just on a different desert planet.
I think that it's just on a desert planet. Yes, it is.
I was going to take that quiz that you and your mom talked about in that second episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $2 for that.
No, you don't have to pay $2. It's free. I'll give you the link for it.
Send me the link. I found one that was like $2.
No, don't. Yeah, no, don't pay $2 for that. That's not true. I can send you the test that you need to take it. But yeah, dude, I mean, honestly, freaking.
I want to take the Briggs test again because I now know what
is that one?
So like it gives you letters.
Oh.
But like there's a different letter for each topic and like the letters mean something. There's like one that's like sensory thinker and like neuro thinker.
Okay.
Sensory, like you just kind of see it for how it is. You see it, but neurological thinker, you see a step beyond that.
Yeah.
And I saw this thing that's like theorizers, like game theory and food theory and stuff. I'm going to go back to this because I miss Matt Pat.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Matt Pat. He changed my life for quarantine. Quarantine is when I discovered them. And I know he's been on the YouTube
quarantine. For like... So this will sort of be like our transition slash question. Transition us out. When you said quarantine, that was a crazy year. 2020 was insane. And now it's 2024. We went through a whole year of high school. What would be your biggest advice to someone that is going into high school this year? Like if you were to give your brother one bit of advice.
Oh, God, don't say that he's going into high school. He's not. He's still a baby.
Yeah, my brother's going into high school.
Shut up.
My brother's 5'2". He's going into high school.
I've given your brother car rides home.
Exactly.
But yeah. First of all, put on deodorant. Yep. Self-care. Make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Honestly.
Find your group, dude.
Dude, honestly.
Find your group of people. Stick with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If something goes awry in that friend group, like they split apart, I don't know what to say. I
have a little bit more wisdom in that area.
No, dude, I'm not going to say names. But
yeah.
I totally have stuff in that area.
Yeah.
Find your group. Stick with them. If you find your group and become comfortable with them, you're going to have a grand old time.
Exactly.
Popularity is a social construct.
But no, find your group is what
find your group, stick with them. If they judge you and if like
wrong group,
find someone who doesn't judge you for who you are. Like I'm going to say this. I been with this group, me, Evan, you and Gage. Who we gotta bring on?
We're gonna have them on.
We gotta have a lunch table.
This is me. This is me telling Gage. We're peer pressuring him right now. You got to be on the podcast.
And we'll call him.
Yeah, we'll get him on.
We'll get him on.
Find your group.
Find your group. If they start judging you, like this group, I have gone through so many different eras. I would say, finding who I am and like discovering things about me.
Yeah.
No one judges me. They all like support me and do all these things, and we hang out
all the time.
We don't care.
Exactly. We just chill. But that was one of the things I agree with you.
We all got our things.
And don't jump into a group. Take your time with it.
Yeah, take your time. Find your group. I didn't find my group until like I'd say sophomore year.
Same.
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Like freshman year, I was hanging out in a group that I wouldn't even want to be seen with now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna throw names.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Okay, guys. I think that's what we got to learn. Is just the sophomore, make friends. Don't rush into it.
Marvel hasn't fallen off. Should they reboot? No, absolutely not.
And where are you going?
Should they become like more credited in like creative field? Yes.
Okay.
But other than that, thank you for having me.
With that being said, thank you guys for listening, viewing,
Thank you.
subscribing, watching. Thank you, Gray, for being on here.
Click the like and smash that subscribe button.
You already heard it from Gray. Smash the subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe
We're
button.
here.
Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Has Marvel fallen off?
Yeah, I
I
want
want
to
to know your points.
Exactly.
Also, I also want to know, and this is probably going to be the topic for my first podcast episode, because I plan on getting into like the nerd stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your favorite video game.
That's the next question we open up with on the podcast.
I want your favorite video game.
Halo Reach
Halo Reach?
campaign.
All right.
Literally the best.
We'll get into this.
All right.
It's not my favorite game, but all right.
All right. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for listening. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you haven't already subscribed,
I'll
see
be
you then.
there later.
Yep. Peace.